got probably as many good chances to score as have their forward, but it's anybody's game, and the Toronto Maple Leafs are going to have to come at Chicago with a little more offensive imagination, and I think you're going to see Chicago sit back and try and defend the lead that they did so well all year when they won the Jennings Trophy for the best goals against.
You're right about defensemen. Factoring Chelios threw one at the net that almost fooled Potvin. Of course, Weinrich the goal. Butcher had a great chance for Toronto and Ty Domi. Greg, special teams for the Canucks obviously played a huge role with 6 shorthanded goals. They did a job in that period, I thought.
Yes, they did. They did a nice job. They were on they were penalty killing most of the period. And again, Kirk McLean was really the story. However, he got them out of trouble. The Blues are having a lot of success when they dump the puck in deep and cycle down low on the broken down Vancouver Canuck defense. And if they're going to get back in this game at all, that's what they're going to have to do very early in the third period.
I'm putting you on the spot a little, Greg. Was there any fuss about Andy Van Hellemond calling the game? Both Keenan and Quinn have been after.
Noticed them. And when you don't notice an official, normally he's doing a good job.
Adrian Aucoin scored a goal, Harry, in the game at the Kiel Center. You mentioned sometimes a comet comes out of nowhere to do it. What are you looking forward to in the third here?
Well, I think the Leafs are going to go for creating some chances. Sundin's the man that can turn a normal rush into a dangerous one. The Leafs and Chicago both have employed the tactic of getting the puck to the net and then storming the net to see if they can grab a rebound or create a screenshot. And of course, that's how the Hawks scored their second goal. But it's been a well-played defensive game with not a lot of scoring chances. And this series has been so difficult to predict that your guess is as good as mine as what might come up in the third period.
Harry Neal at the United Center, Greg Millen at the Kiel Center. They're through 2 periods of play in those 2 games, and that's after 40 minutes. Again, we'll be telling you a bit of the story from the Saddle Dome in Calgary as we move along. Wade Flaherty doing a Kirk McLean for the San Jose Sharks so far. The tradition continues in a moment.
Welcome back to the Kiel Center in St. Louis, where we've completed 2 periods of play in game number 7, and it's the Canucks leading the Blues by a count of 4-2. Well, most of the attention here in St. Louis has been focused on Mike Keenan, but Rick Lee is behind the bench for Vancouver, put there, of course, by the president and general manager Pat Quinn. We asked Pat if he had any words of advice for Rick Lee.
Just control. I think he has to be a leader in that fashion for a team. There is so much emotion in every game, and sometimes your bench can pick up on you as a coach. And right now, you have to be in tremendous control of yourself so that you can function well out there and make good decisions. And if your emotions are running away with you, you don't make very good decisions, and a coach can influence that.
One of the late acquisitions by general manager Pat Quinn was, of course, picking up Russ Courtnall. These playoffs are special for Russ because he's playing with his brother Jeff.
It sure is, and to be playing here in Vancouver, it's an incredible feeling to be here, to be with him, and trying to do the same thing. He's won the Stanley Cup once, and it sure was exciting to see him do it, and to have the chance to do it together. I can't describe it. It's an incredible feeling.
Third period action is next from the Kiel Center in St. Louis. The Stanley Cup playoffs on CBC television continue in just a moment.
Back now at the Broadcast Center in Toronto for audiences watching either the Blues and the Canucks or the Leafs and the Hawks. Everyone but Alberta's with us now. We're in the intermissions all over the place. Despite the drama of Game 7, none of it happens to be unfolding right now, so you're not missing anything anywhere. We want to take an opportunity to get you caught up to date with highlights and statistics from the 3 games that are going, and we'll begin with the game at the Kiel Center, the St. Louis Blues and Vancouver Canucks, with the Canucks up by a pair at the end of 40 minutes of play. Adrian Aucoin opened it, but then Pavel Bure, a shorthanded goal, the 6th for the Canucks, tying the Flames for the record number of shorthanded goals in this series. Jeff Courtnall here with his 4th from Linden and Brown, 3-1 at the end of a period of play in St. Louis. Vancouver led at that stage, and they continue to hammer away, but 39-16 the shots the other way, the real story of the game. At the Olympic Saddle Dome, Pat Falloon, 2nd of the Stanley Cup playoffs, from Craig Janney, who makes this amazing play. Kicks once, kicks again. Falloon says, wow, Trevor Kidd does too. San Jose was outshot 12-3, but they lead 1-0 after 20 minutes of play. Wade Flaherty, the big story there, of course. And at the United Center, Brent Sutter wins the draw to Eric Weinrich. He deposits his first of the playoffs at 17:51 of that period, as those of you watching Toronto saw. Shots 25-20 Hawks. So you're up to date. We'll have more as the tradition continues. Game 7 unfolds on Hockey Night in Canada.